What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Mike from NYC. We back with another reaction. Today we are reacting to, do you use the N-word, Africans and African Americans? I wonder if Africans use the N-word. I mean, I don't know. Do I feel like it's right for Africans to use the N-word? Is it really right for anybody? Low-key, like, is it really right for anybody to use the N-word? Because none of us were enslaved. Like, the only people that really, if you really think about it, have the right to use the N-word are people that were enslaved. Like, our ancestors came from slavery, so it's like, I guess we have maybe that closest birthright. But none of us were really slaves. Like, none of us were really in the trenches getting called nigga or a hard ER with the whip on the back. Like, I think it's something that we can't really fathom. It's not really fathomable unless you experience that type of trauma. And so I don't know how different it is for Africans to use the N-word versus African Americans to use the N-word, honestly. But it does feel weird for Africans to use the N-word if you're not African American. Like, you weren't born here, like you don't experience none of that trauma to even indulge. Like, anybody who hasn't really experienced that trauma shouldn't even really be saying it. But let's see what they on.
What does the N-word mean to you?
I hate that word.
Ooh.
But have I used it with the A sound before? Yeah, with my close friends.
I don't like when Africans say it.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's talk that talk. Let's get into it. Let's really get into it for real.
What's up?
I'm Casey Dad.
I'm Dope. I'm Khalif.
I'm Jordan.
We're doing Africans versus African Americans, Truth or Drink.
It's not really versus, but it's just
Black girl, African gentleman.
Hella African.
Indeed.
And black. And
First generation. Both my parents were born and raised in Nigeria. My tribe is Igbo, and I stand on that.
Period.
Oh, my fault.
They're the best
Well,
tribe.
my tribe.
My fault, gang.
Compton. I stand on that.
Facts.
Yeah, sure.
I like Hennessy.
How you gonna take my shot glass?
I was pouring you a shot. You know I'm a gentleman.
That's what's up.
To be black, yeah.
I kind of fuck with the pink shirt though. The pink shirt kind of going crazy. I like it.
Why did I get started off spicy? Who do you think gets laid more, Africans or African Americans?
Africans, to be honest, because snow bunnies are there, so therefore they want a taste of everything, right?
Yeah, like
So-
cultural sampling, yeah.
What is a snow bunny?
Yeah, you gotta clarify that one.
A white girl that likes African Americans or Africans or just black people in general.
I mean, honestly, I feel as though Africans have the gift of gab. I feel like they really want it, they're gonna get it. So I would say Africans get laid more. Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, I actually would agree. No, I live in an apartment that is predominantly Africans and African Americans, and most of the African people I see walking around has a lot of kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got here somehow, so.
Yes.
There might be a lot of different types of American women who might judge African men and would not want to sleep with them.
Yeah, I would say probably black men.
Black men.
I have no reference point. I have no idea.
African men be presenting as more got it together too. You know what I'm saying?
The Nigerians,
Like,
especially.
yeah, shoulders up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Chin up. Like they walk around with confidence.
Exactly.
How do you feel about the term African American?
It just feels a little confusing simply because to me the African American culture and the African culture does not have camaraderie like I feel like we should. And I always feel like I don't really identify with African American because that part of the African side don't really embrace me. So I'll be like, I'm black. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would embrace you. You're cool.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
that's love.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't like when some people say it.
When like the super allies
Like-
say it.
Yeah, African Americans. It's like, oh.
For like black people in America, like we are as American as it gets because we've been here for better or for worse since the creation of the country. Versus like when you say like African Americans, it kind of denotes like a generation ago, this generation, 2 generations ago, they're from a different country. But it's like, no, we've been here longer than like half the white people been here.
Take a shot if you have ever used the term African booty scratcher.
Absolutely not. I was called that. I was
too.
definitely like African booty scratcher, People used to call me Midnight.
I got called Midnight too.
Oh, Dark Vader.
Yeah, me too. And I
They
love
used to
Star
call
Wars.
me. No.
You don't like
I
Star
would never
Wars?
watch it because of that.
Damn.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
Okay, so
Wait, what's
Darth
his name?
Vader. His name is Darth, D-A-R-T-H, but people would call me Dark
I'm
Vader.
sure black people that does not know his name.
I didn't know that. As a member of the black community, I wasn't aware that it was Darth. There was Dark Vader. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, we weren't informed. That's on me.
They call me D-A-R-K. Dark Vader.
Oh, maybe it was a combination of both. I know they called me that, though. I know what they were
It
saying.
was a play on words.
Yeah, probably.
I just think black people didn't know, to be honest.
No, the black people, I mean, I don't know. My elementary school, they knew.
I didn't know.
They knew.
I don't think they knew.
I didn't know.
What does the N-word mean to you? Do you think you take offense to it as much as African Americans do?
Depending on the context, I've seen people consciously not say it around people that they view threatening, or like, oh, that's a real black person, versus like, oh, Abdul, he's fucking the
They think
engineer,
you're like
Abdul.
unharming. They
Yeah,
think you're cool.
I'll sing along with this song, and I'm like, oh, Abdul said it was cool with me. That shit pisses me off.
My boy said it was cool.
I hate that word.
My boy said I'm
but
valid.
Have I used it with the A sound before? Yeah, with my close friends.
Can I? I don't like. I don't like when Africans say it.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't like when Africans say the N-word.
With the, just any type of way?
Any very.
Different. I do hear you and understand you, right?
Let's tee up.
African, I promise you, every African that says the N-word, I tell them, do your parents say it? And they all be like, hell no. And I'm like, so why do you?
Never.
My parents say it, my grandparents say it, and their grandparents say it. No African parents, grandparents say it.
Yeah, I would say mine
You know what I'm
never.
saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta work hard to get rid of it. It's like, y'all picking it up because it sounds fun.
I'm glad you shared that with me because I never heard someone have an issue with African people saying that word.
Ooh, clean shit, your shot.
I never thought of that before.
Talk your shit, twin.
My parents don't say they will it's not a word that's not in their vocabulary at all, but they do use it. You know, I ain't gonna expose, but they do use it sometimes though. So
And African countries in 30 seconds or take a shot.
Ooh, 30 seconds? You're rude.
Kenya, South America,
That's not a lot of
Ghana.
for someone who's had tequila. But I don't know the difference of countries and cities.
We'll find out.
Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire.
Is Zimbabwe one?
Ethiopia, Ghana,
Ethiopia.
Nigeria.
Nigeria? How about Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Kenya, Gambia, Somalia.
Halfway there.
South
No, it
Africa.
was 10 or 5.
It's 10.
Damn, you're
What about that guy?
crazy.
What about that guy?
10 is low-key a lot.
Nigeria.
West Africa.
That's a region.
It's okay. Go ahead and take the shot. It's fine.
Zimbabwe. Why am I blanking?
Sinhalese. Is that a country? It's a city?
We're close. I'll accept. I know what you meant.
Madagascar, South
Ooh.
Africa, Equatorial Guinea, and Mali. Oh, bam.
Yeah.
See?
Take a shot.
Senegal. Not Senegalese. I'm thinking of my twin.
Lord Jesus.
Who do you think white people dislike more?
Honestly, I still don't think they really know the difference.
In a professional setting, I hear a lot about white folks really preferring to work with Africans because we really are a lot more submissive in a way.
I think they hate black people more than African people.
They hate the descendants of slaves.
The
Ooh.
minority myth exists heavily in the African community to where like they've been brainwashed to think that black is bad, everything else is good. They're the good ones. This is what you should be as a minority. Go to school, be polite, all the respectability politics.
Everybody black, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's perceived as black, they just see us as black people in threat. And the more chocolates you are, the more issues you're gonna have. Honestly, yeah. I don't think they can. Really? Okay, do tell.
I feel like if me and another dude is standing side by side and we get approached by the police, I think that if he has an accent, it's gonna make him less dangerous. Yes.
Maybe I missed the question. I just thought you.
Oh, you're right. Well, white people, I think of all white people as police.
That's crazy.
Period.
That's insane.
They all okay.
That's wild.
I mean, you know, white people police black people like for no reason.
Take a shot if
guess.
you've ever said Wakanda forever.
Have I? I probably, like, I definitely have at some point.
Yeah.
Like, not, like, at some point, yes.
I
Yeah.
might take a shot with you.
To Chadwick Boseman.
When the first movie came out, I took a girl to go see it.
Yeah.
She's African American.
Yeah.
She legit asked me after the movie.
Oh, no.
She said, "Are you from Wakanda?" It's like,
Okay. I've never asked that. I gotta say that.
like, are you serious right now? Like,
Getting blocked.
In what ways are Africans misunderstood?
I
I
don't
think we're
know.
misunderstood, maybe kind of on the topic of like my home country, right? In Ethiopia, and having war in Tigray. When I told my coworker there's war that just started, he was like, "Oh, but doesn't that happen all the time?" That was his response. Someone I respected and I enjoyed working with him brushed it off.
I'm fully convinced that, like, some white people I've met still think, like, most of Africa is just, like, dirt huts.
yeah, like living in
Like,
huts, not having water,
Yeah.
not really having food.
There's 54 different countries in Africa.
That's
It is
crazy.
unfair to just lump all of Africa into one. To like, oh, you said you're from Africa? I have a friend from Nigeria.
Like, people aren't interested in the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Good. Emotional at the end.
I know.
I don't like
I
that.
feel warm and fuzzy.
There were some things we agreed to disagree on, you know, but finding that common ground of we both were called African booty scratchers, that was deep, you know?
And Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we're both chocolate.
Boots.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
The
Facts.
darker the flesh and the deeper the roots.
Hey.
Yes.